I've been railing on this new modern baseball philosophy where it's okay to strike out and nobody puts the ball in play. And now we're watching the Red Sox do this. The Astros did it last year. I hope it's going to catch on where, there's nothing wrong with moving the runner over or a hit and run or just sort of the smaller things here because it creates movement. And I also think that, with 2 outs, we've seen the Red Sox be so great. What have you noticed about the way they play? They're not relying on the home run, and everybody relies on the home run nowadays.
Well, I think maybe in the old days, the home run was going to get you money on a contract. Now with what we've got with all the StatCast and all the stuff and everything else, people show their worth by what the numbers that, everybody's going. You go to StatCast and you find out everything. Well, there's research being done. The Astros were so successful at it. A lot of other teams have used these things, and they're showing these things. And, they're able to display these things as an agent can to owners. And right now, I know guys would like to make $30 million a year, but they're, these guys that are, the middle infielders and everything else are getting their $12, $15, $18 million. And they're finding out that, if they play the game and everybody else, they'll get paid a lot of money. And they're into it. And you've got a manager, a couple of managers anyway, like they have. And Corey's got these guys believing that this is the way it's going to believe. And you've got it. And when you have that mindset, first of all, you establish that mindset. Second of all, if they don't fall into it, you find somebody else that will. And that's the way the Big Red Machine did for so many years of finding players that could come off the bench to do a lot of things. But these guys are buying into it, and I think what they have, fewer strikeouts than hits. That's an incredible number, and you can see why they're so successful and why. These are 2 great teams. As far as young players, dynamic, great citizens, and everything else. And when I told you at the All-Star game, the real stud of all those Red Sox is JD, man. He is the man. They won't talk about him much on the MVP. But he's all 5 offensive categories. He's the only one in the top 5. And, of course, the vote's over, so it really doesn't mean anything. The other guys had great years, but JD is the stud.
All right, I'll leave you with this. The Dodgers with sitting left. Could you imagine if some of your best players didn't hit well against left-handers, or if you had to sit some guys down during a World Series game? I know it's the new data and analytics here, but what do you think of what Dave Roberts is doing, sitting down these 3 lefties, including Bellinger and Muncy?
Yeah, it's hard to get Bellinger out of the lineup, and Muncy's when he gets his pitch, he's a monster. But and again, you go towards the last week, and they go towards the playoffs and what they're doing. You look at their batting average and what their numbers are. But I just have to. He sees them day to day. He pulled all the strings the last 6 weeks of the season, and made them into a winner. And he's got so many. He can interchange so many of these guys out there on the field. Pretty amazing team. But yeah, it's kind of hard for me to take Bellinger and a couple of these guys out of the lineup. I don't care, how they're matching up, but against Chris Sale, you got to take at least an opportunity to switch over to the right side and take a chance with it. But the Dodgers going to be happy. Everybody's going to be happy to get out to a little warmer weather, and I think the series is going to continue and be good.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.